Hey Bible lovers, I'm Tim Nichols, and I'm here to bring you your Nichols Worth, and today we're going to be talking about my top 5 King James versions of the Bible. I am actually going to be going through my top 5 of every translation that I have at least 5 of, but I figured it'd be best to start off with the tried and the true King James Version. Now this one comes in at number 5, and there's a few reasons for this. Number one, this was like the first study Bible I ever owned. The Full Life Study Bible. This is back when it was printed by Zondervan, and it was in cooperation with Gospel Publishing House of the Assemblies of God. This thing is what I cut my teeth on. This is actually a first edition, and got a decent sized font, center column references, and the articles and commentary on the bottom are all from a Pentecostal perspective, and more specifically an Assembly of God perspective. This was monumental for me early in my faith and absolutely loved it. And as you can see, it's been used and abused, got some pages falling out. So this thing is old. I've got newer copies since this one, but I absolutely love this Bible. Number 5, pretty awesome. Coming in at number 4. And this was a difficult one because I almost wanted to include another one from this publisher, but this is from Trinitarian Bible Society, and this is the personal size Windsor. And the beauty of the Windsor is there's no notes, no references, there's no subject headings in the way, they're all at the top of the page. Really nice font size here. I believe, if I remember correctly, this is around a 9-point font. I believe their large print is closer to an 11. It's got that French Indopaque paper from Royal Youngblood. Beautiful printing. These are no longer printed in the Netherlands. They're now printed by Printcore in Belarus. So this is a pretty hard find, but what really sets this one apart in my mind, are y'all ready for this? It has a little surprise at the end. And that is, once you get past all the back matter, the concordances and all that, is it has the Psalms in meter. So it has them in rhyme. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and read a little bit of one to you just so you can hear it. This is the one about the heavens declare the glory of God. It says, "The heavens God's glory do declare, the skies his handworks preach. Day utters speech to day and night, and to night doth knowledge teach." So you hear that rhyme there. Really cool. Love this one. Coming in at number 3, and this was a tough one too because I almost put the personal size in on this one because it has better paper. But the King James Sovereign. Absolutely love this Bible, and this thing is very inexpensive as well. One of the downfalls of this is it does have thin paper, but it really doesn't matter that much because it's line matched, and I don't consider the ghosting that bad, but this is 30 GSM paper. But I love this because it gives you all the benefits of a large print Thinline, but it also has these fancy ornate drop caps all the way through, and this one is actually printed in India, and I believe they have the more consistent drop caps than the one that was printed in China as well. Love the references and notes on the bottom. Love the gutter space, just a little bit of margin space here on the top and bottom. Excellent. When you get to the New Testament, the words of Christ are in a beautiful red, which I just think is so well done. Has a nice little line separating the notes and references from the text. And then when you get to the end, you got a decent little reading plan, Parables of Christ, and you have your King James Concordance. Love it. Coming in at number 2, and that is the Humble Lamb Lion, and more specifically, the Refresh. This comes with that natural grain goat skin, pretty much a full yap all the way around. Beautiful blue and white head and tail bands. Really nice desert sky colored liner. This is the Sahara blue cover with that tool line, perimeter stitching, and then 3 beautiful gold ribbons. And check this out. Got the lion stomping on the serpent. That is just absolutely beautiful. And then you have this gorgeous large print layout with your references on the bottom and your archaic words defined. When you get to the New Testament, of course, those words of Christ are going to be in that super nice blue. And this also includes the Dore art. So this is first class work by Humble Lamb. Coming in at number 1 is the Thomas Nelson paragraph style KJV large print Thinline. I had this one rebound. I love it so much. And the reason I love this one is because it is the only King James in print, to my knowledge, that is set up in a Thinline paragraph format. Every other King James is set up in a verse by verse. And what I love about it is it has the bottom references and notes. Beautiful paper. I'm thinking, if I remember correctly, this is 33 GSM paper. This is a 10-point font in the King James Comfort print. Then when you get to the New Testament, the words of Christ are in that really nice dark red. Love this. Nice gutter space. Check this out. Really excellent gutter space there. So that text isn't creeping way down into that gutter. Comes with the King James Concordance at the end with the Thomas Nelson maps. So this really has all the features that you need in a Bible, all in one, in a Thinline, King James, in that paragraph format. This is my favorite style of Bible. So now let's go ahead and do two honorable mentions. These are two that almost made it in, but for varying reasons I kept them on the outside. This one is the personal size King James Sovereign. One of the reasons I didn't include it is because the drop caps do tend to be a little inconsistent in this one. Some of them tend to be dark, some of them tend to be light. That other one really seems to be more consistent. And then the words of Christ in red sometimes can be a little inconsistent as well. But overall, this is a beautiful layout, beautiful Bible. Also, the text creeps quite far down into that gutter. But cool honorable mention, comes in really nice genuine leather covers with a synthetic liner, edge line. They also have leather soft versions of this. Another honorable mention that I almost brought in, and that is the Trinitarian Bible Study Westminster Reference Bible. This rivals the Thompson Chain Reference Bible when it comes to references and notes. And this thing has thousands upon thousands of references. It's one of the most robust referencing systems in the entire Bible. Also, each chapter has a little bit of an introduction to it. Really, really excellent layout. And of course, this one also was printed in Netherlands. They are now printed in Belarus from Print Corps, but still, even with the new print, it is an excellent Bible. But those are my top King James versions of the Bible. Be looking for the New King James, the CSB, and beyond as I dive through some of my favorite Bibles in each translation. God bless you. Keep calm. Jesus on. This is your Nicholsworth.